It was a Thursday, October 9th, 2025. One of those perfect autumn days you wish you could, bottle up, save for the bleakness of winter. The sun, a warm honey gold, filtered through rust-colored oak leaves at Maple Creek Park. Children's laughter was the soundtrack of the afternoon. And right in the middle of it all was 7-year-old Lily Anderson, her bright blonde pigtails bouncing as she chased her scruffy terrier, Buster. She was a picture of pure, unadulterated childhood, a world defined by scraped knees, ice cream cones, the unconditional love of a very good dog. Lily's mother, Sarah, sat on a nearby bench, a half-read novel in her lap. She watched her daughter, a soft smile playing on her lips. They did this almost every day. It was their ritual. School would let out. They'd walk the few blocks home, grab Buster and a snack, head straight for the park. It was a safe place, a community hub, the kind of neighborhood where everyone knew everyone, or so they thought. Sarah felt a deep sense of peace. Her daughter was a whirlwind of energy. Buster barked playfully, tail a blur. The air was crisp, leaves underfoot, faint wood smoke on the breeze. Other parents dotted the landscape, lulled into suburban tranquility. Lily, in her red jacket, threw a tattered tennis ball for Buster. It sailed in a bright green arc against blue sky. Buster shot after it. Lily clapped, her laughter echoed. Everything was exactly as it should be. The sun was shining. The children were playing. Danger felt a million miles away. But sometimes, danger doesn't announce itself with a thunderclap. It doesn't lurk in the obvious shadows. Sometimes it wears a patient smile and waits for the perfect moment. It watches from a distance, hidden in plain sight, blending into the background of a perfect day. Sarah glanced down at her book for a moment. A single paragraph, maybe two. The playground sounds were a comforting hum. The squeak of swings, the rumble of the slide, and Lily's laughter, the clearest note. She had no reason to worry. No reason at all. It was just another perfect October afternoon, or so it seemed. The shift was subtle at first, almost imperceptible, a change in the ambient noise of the park. Sarah looked up from her book, her mother's intuition tingling. The sun was lower now, casting longer shadows. The bright, tinkling bell of her daughter's laughter was gone. She scanned the playground, groups of children, but no red jacket, no bouncing blonde pigtails. A knot of unease tightened. She stood up, her book falling unnoticed to the ground. She expected a mischievous grin to pop out. It was a game they played, but there was no response, only the chatter of other families. Then, she saw him. Buster. The little terrier sat near the edge of the woods, whining softly. He was alone. His leash, the one Lily was supposed to be holding, lay coiled in the grass. Seeing him there sent a jolt of cold fear through Sarah's body. Something was terribly wrong.
Buster, where is she? Where's Lily?
He looked from Sarah to the dense line of trees and back again. He knew she was gone. The vanishing point. That tiny moment between looking down and looking up to find her world shattered. Lily Anderson, in the middle of a busy park on a perfect autumn day, had simply disappeared. The first scream was a raw, primal sound that ripped through the placid afternoon air. It came from Sarah, a sound of terror that stopped every parent in their tracks. All activity ceased. The park's cheer was replaced by suffocating dread, a mother's worst nightmare, broadcast for all to hear. Panic spread. What is it? What's wrong? My daughter, Lily. She's gone? The wail of sirens sliced through the twilight, painting the trees in frantic color. The first police cruisers arrived, followed by detectives and search and rescue teams. Maple Creek Park became a crime scene. Yellow tape drew a stark boundary. Families were ushered away, whispers chilling the air. For Sarah and her husband Tom, who had rushed from work, the world shrank to this terrifying place. The search was methodical. Officers moved in grids through the dark woods. They checked under every piece of equipment, inside every bin, calling Lily's name into unblinking darkness. A K-9 took Lily's scent, led to where Buster sat, then pulled hard toward the woods before losing the trail near a nearly hidden path. A command post rose. Maps spread out. Detectives began interviewing everyone who'd been at the park. Did you see Lily? Did you see her with anyone? Any strange cars? Any unfamiliar faces? Most remembered a little girl in a red jacket playing with her dog. Her laughter. But no one saw her leave. The community gathered beyond the tape, bringing blankets and coffee, organizing neighborhood searches. Local news lights burned. It was no longer a private tragedy. It was a story, a headline. Wrapped in blankets and shock, they waited for a piece of news that never came. The first 24 hours are the most critical. Everyone knows that. The search went through the night. No shoe, no struggle, no Lily. It was all so clean, too clean. A teenager recalled an older, dark van near the woods. A man, average height, average build, a baseball cap. Frustratingly vague, but something. Police chased the lead. Records, cameras, broadcasts, and dark van sightings poured in from everywhere. Then another discovery. A small, slightly faded red ribbon snagged on a branch. Sarah confirmed it. She'd tied it that very morning. Damp, a little muddy, intact. The red ribbon changed everything and nothing. It proved Lily had been near the creek. Not when, not why, not what came next. Days blurred. Hope in the morning. Despair by nightfall. The big cameras moved on. Locals stayed. Volunteers thinned, though worry didn't. For the Andersons, time stopped on October 9th. Their home became a place of waiting. Lily's room remained exactly as she left it. Sarah held Buster for hours, willing him to tell her what he saw. He seemed to understand. The investigation moved indoors, hundreds of dead ends. The dark van a phantom. The man in the cap, a ghost. The case grew cold. Maple Creek was forever changed. Laughter felt fragile. Faded posters of Lily's smiling face were everywhere. The questions settled over the town like fog. A puzzle with too many missing pieces. Where did she go? Who took her? Years can pass in the blink of an eye. For the Andersons, they crawled. The seasons changed. Again and again. The file was moved to cold case. A detective retired. New tragedies took the spotlight. In Maple Creek, the story never got cold. It became folklore, whispered over coffee, debated online. Was it the man with the van? A stranger passing through? Or someone they all knew? Someone who smiled at Lily and stood at the vigils? The sheer cleanness of it all fueled endless speculation. Not knowing is its own torture. Buster lived to a ripe old age, a loyal companion to a grieving family. He never stopped looking toward the door, ears pricking at distant laughter. He was the only witness, keeper of a secret he could never share. His quiet presence was a comfort and a reminder. When he was gone, it felt like another piece of her vanished from the world. And so, the unsettling quiet remains. The park is still there. Children still play, but a shadow lingers. On a crisp October day, when the sun is a certain shade of gold, you can almost feel it. The memory of a 7-year-old girl in a red jacket, her laughter carried away. The case of Lily Anderson is a story with no final chapter, a question with no answer, a reminder that sometimes the most terrifying monsters are the ones we never see.